Zittel here with the legendary Bob Arum, closing a chapter tomorrow night. This is the final show that Top Rank will have with ESPN. Thoughts on that first, Bob?
Well, it's been 8 years, and it's been a great relationship, and we certainly enjoyed working with ESPN, and I believe they enjoyed working with us, and we've done some great events and created some great talent. So it's been a real high watermark in my career these last 8 years.
Yeah, we had highs like the Fury Wilder trilogy, Haney and Lomachenko, but post Haney Lomachenko, no, I guess what you'd call major marquee pay-per-view level events.
We don't believe in pay-per-view. I don't think there's a real market anymore for pay-per-view. And I don't care how good the event is. It's not going to do the kind of numbers that you need from pay-per-view to support the event. It just won't.
I just think, critics would say at $90 million a year budget, the last couple of years, was it underwhelming? Is that fair to say, or is that, what do you think?
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Whatever budget you have, you live with it and you program accordingly. So, and besides, it was 90 million, but a lot of it was dedicated to foreign fights, also to the stuff we did on social media, like the Fight Life and all that. I mean, that cost money, and that came out of the annual fee that we got. It wasn't like we were getting the fee solely for doing the fights.
Do you ever feel like, Bob, as Top Rank tries to do what should work, what traditionally worked, and the culture moves in a crazy direction in 2025? Is that bad luck at all? You're trying to do what makes sense in a world that doesn't make sense anymore.
No, I've been in this business since 1965, and I've been through so many changes in how fights are distributed, what the public watches. So no, it would be really sad if it all remained the same over that kind of period.
Just want to ask about the future. Is the streaming networks you're talking to, I'm searching for a hint here. Do they already stream boxing, or are you talking to an outlet that doesn't already do boxing?
We're talking to outlets that primarily don't do boxing.
Okay.
Because you've got to get them involved in the sport. You can't go back to networks that were very successful with boxing, but determined not to do it anymore. Like, for example, HBO. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was a big franchise for them. And then they determined that it wasn't worth it anymore. So why waste time going back to HBO?
Mm-hmm.
So no, you've got to get new streaming partners that want to use boxing to help build up their business.
So potentially a partner that's not already in play, like DAZN and Netflix.
Well, Netflix is totally different. Netflix, we don't look at Netflix as being in play. I mean, Netflix does one or two big events in the course of a year, and though that would be open to us no matter what deal we made. If we had a really great event that Netflix was intrigued with, we would certainly sell it to Netflix. Just the way the Canelo Crawford fight will be on Netflix. I mean, that should be an indication to everybody that if any fight could do business on pay-per-view, it was Canelo and Crawford. But they looked over what was available and what pay-per-view was doing, and they determined that they would be much better off taking the sure money from Netflix.
Where do you see Top Rank 5 years from now, Bob?
I don't know. I hope I'm around to see it. So I don't know. I mean, it's going to be, I think, strong. We got to we develop talent and so forth. We'll have a good streaming platform, and we'll have over the airs. I mean, there's still over the air, even though the numbers have come down drastically. But we don't want to give up that. So we'll have a robust schedule, and who knows where the sport is going to be, how really the effect of the Saudi Arabia on this whole business. Right now, I think it's a plus. They're doing fights that none of us could afford, and public is seeing good boxing, and that helps the sport.
What do you think of the developments this week? Bipartisan bill trying to amend the ARI Act.
I think it's atrocious. I really don't. I think there was certainly no outcry from anybody to amend the ARI Act, and I think it's just something that was put into place by
head of TKO.
Yeah, the
well,
TKO.
I'm calling it the ARI Act, not the ARI Act. The ARI Act.
Right, you know, and you know, and they're using their connection with Trump to put together something that isn't really helpful to the participants. I mean, just not right. You know.
What do you say to fans who are saying, I don't give a shit what happens to the fighters. I want a more well-oiled machine, a product like the UFC. Why should they care if they don't?
You know, again, it depends on where you're coming from. I mean, the fighters are living, breathing human beings. And in any society that doesn't take care of them is a society that has a flaw about it. You know, I mean, there has to be protections built in for the fighters, whether it's financial or whatever. And if you ignore that, then you're involved in something that I wouldn't want to be involved in.
If they have